Here's my crowd.
You did? I don't think you
I
saw
don't think
that.
you got any of us. Yeah, there you
No.
go.
Oh, there I am. There.
There's 5 people. 5 adults. Or 6. 6 adults.
Barely.
Alright, guys. Thank you for coming out today. What I wanted to talk about today is I wanted to talk about my dad. When preparing this speech, we had to talk about a hero. And there was nobody that I'd rather do this speech on than my dad. He's affected my life more than any other person has. And so it was a simple choice to choose my dad for this speech. My dad was born in Castroville, Texas in 1961. He was the youngest of 5 boys, and that seemed to be a driving factor into what shaped him into the man he is today. Whether he was playing baseball with his brothers or working out in the dad's farm, he had to work harder than the rest of his brothers to keep up. So through that perseverance and through that hard work, he went on to play college baseball and college football and graduated with a management degree from Texas Lutheran University. After college, he didn't really know what he wanted to do, so he bounced around from job to job until he found the job at HB Zachary Construction Company, and that he's been working at that job for more than 25 years now. Growing up, my dad always pushed me and my brothers. It wasn't enough to have AB on roll. He always wanted better for us because he knew we could do better. He always seemed to find the time in his busy schedule to coach every single team me and my brothers could join. At the time, it seemed like a nuisance, and we didn't really want him around, but looking back, I love him for every minute that he spent with us. Growing up, I didn't really understand why people loved my dad so much. We'd go to business dinners or different functions, and people would come up to me and say how great my dad was and how great of a leader he was. And me, looking at the situation at that time, I knew he was a good guy, and I loved him because he was my dad, but it was nothing out of the ordinary for a typical dad, and I didn't really understand why he was so loved by everybody. But that seemed to change the summer after my freshman year of college. I had gotten a job at Sky Ranch Cave Springs, and my dad wanted to ride with me from San Antonio to Dallas and wish me luck on the rest of my drive. And my dad had always been a great financial supporter, involved parent, and a loving dad, but there always seemed to be something that lacked. And that thing that he lacked was spiritual leadership for me and my family. In that drive, though, my views of my dad changed dramatically. We had a 5-hour conversation on just the topic of grace and the love that Jesus has for us. And that was a huge thing for me because I had never been able to bridge that gap with my father. But after that and through that, it always seemed that my dad was pushing me, and he was pushing my mom, and he was pushing my brothers and the men and women that he worked with, and he's been a great encourager since then. Another great thing about my dad is he's always been there for me. He's always been an advocate. When I was 16 years old, I got in a world of trouble. I was involved with drugs and alcohol. My grades were slipping, and I just couldn't seem to get out of the hole that I had dug. Well, after that, and because of that, I was arrested for assault charges and possession charges. And even through that, my dad never stopped fighting for me and defending me. And he always fought to keep my reputation the same it was and just kept my name out of the mud. And that represented a lot more to me now than it did then. It was a real image of my Heavenly Father. And I had gone against everything that my dad had taught me and that my dad had wanted for me. But still, he continued to love me and continued to fight for me and continued to defend me. I love my dad very much, and I'm very proud of the man that he is. He told me to post this video of this speech somewhere where he could see it so that he could fact check everything. And because of that, I just want to say, I love you, Dad. I'm proud of you, Dad. And I actually want to brag on him really quick. He's going to graduate this week from a Harvard Business School program. And so I just want to say congratulations, Dad, and you've inspired me to be a bigger and better man, and I love you for that. So thank you guys for coming out and for watching my speech, and I appreciate it.
Yes! Dad,